In major breaking news, key members of Netanyahu's personal security team have been identified by facial recognition software in new eyewitness footage of the Charlie Kirk crowd at Utah Valley. 12 Israel cell phones, all moving in perfect sync, have also been tracked, pinged and linked. The digital trail is explosive and disappearing by the minute. Ask yourself this: if the evidence wasn't real, why the panic? Why the midnight data wipes, the deleted archives, the sudden silence online? You don't erase nothing, you erase something. And for those trying to bury it, too late. The files have been saved, the truth is out. And what's coming next has the power to bring the whole house of cards down. Today's video is brought to you by VP.net, the only VPN I trust to protect my privacy from the deep state. VP.net is built to 100% block deep state actors from spying on you. Their military-grade hardware is impenetrable. Signing up to their service also really helps to keep my show on the air. So please visit vp.net/TPV to find out more. FBI documents reveal a chilling quote from one of the dancing Israelis, caught filming the Twin Towers and celebrating as they burned on 9/11. During an interrogation, he said, "Give us 20 years and we'll take over your media and destroy your country." That was 2001. More than 20 years have passed, and the results speak for themselves. The deeper you dig into the Charlie Kirk assassination, the more prophetic those words appear. Brian Harpole wasn't just some random hire. A former Dallas-Fort Worth police officer, he spent over a decade in tactical and drug enforcement before moving into private security. He worked under ex-FBI agent Greg Schaefer at Schaefer Security Group, then broke off to form his own firm, Rockhouse Integrity Group, better known as Integrity Security Solutions. Through his longtime friend Dan Flood, Turning Point USA Security Director, Harpole landed the Turning Point USA contract in 2023, edging out his old employer. That's how he became the head of Charlie Kirk's protection detail at Utah Valley University. Eyewitness videos show a grey-haired man in a blue shirt and aviators, understood to be Harpole, moving with precision in the seconds after the shot. No panic, no confusion, just procedure. He kneels over Kirk, trades something with Flood, and then the team loads the body into an SUV and speeds off. No blood, no chaos, just a clean, silent extraction. Within hours, Integrity Security wiped its online presence. Websites, socials, everything gone. And here is where it gets even darker. Archived photos from 2017, since scrubbed from AFP and Zimbio, appear to show Harpole embedded in Netanyahu's security detail during a high-level visit to Sydney, Australia that year. Those damning images, once public, have now vanished behind 404 errors across the web. Who's covering their tracks and why? If there's nothing to hide, there's nothing to hide. Coincidence? Maybe. But the timing, the connections, and the anomalies surrounding the assassination tell a different story. One that bears all the hallmarks of a covert intelligence operation. Especially when you factor in the surge of Israeli cell signals picked up in the crowd that day. If you've been following this channel, you already knew, because we broke that story last month. But now, Candice just blew the lid off it for the entire world to see.
Wanted to make sure that I had verifiable proof, enough proof that I would go out on a limb, as I'm doing right now, and asserting that it is authentic and it is real. Ladies and gentlemen, there were, for whatever reason, 12 Israeli cell phones on the ground at Utah Valley University the day that Charlie Kirk was assassinated. This has completely spooked the people that are very high up in government. Now, to be clear, I don't mean that there were 12 VPNs that were switched and routed through Israel on that day. I mean that there were 12 personal cell phone accounts that were opened in Israel, okay? Like you go into Verizon in Tennessee or in Connecticut and you open your phone. I am saying that they opened their phones in Israel, those accounts in Israel, and they were on the ground on September 10th at Utah Valley University when Charlie was shot. Now, the NSA knows this. Kash Patel knows this. People in the current administration know this, and they are desperate for some reason to stop that information from being released to the public. Why? Because they're the most transparent administration ever? Is that why? Is this like Jeffrey Epstein transparency that we're getting? Because that's what it feels like. It always seems that on the topic of this one nation that's only the size of New Jersey and has done nothing wrong ever and was truly the greatest friend to Charlie right up until the very end, never put any pressure on him, suddenly everybody abandoned their values. True friends of Charlie Kirk, right? Standing on that stage, giving him a speech, hiding this. Now, what would be the reason that they wanted to keep that information under wraps? And why does it have people at the very top spooked? If there's nothing to hide, then there's nothing to hide.
Remember, the FBI is forcing eyewitnesses to delete their cell phone footage. The judge has placed an unprecedented gag order on over 3,000 people present that day. FBI Director Kash Patel has banned the agency from investigating the role played by foreign intelligence agencies. And the official narrative about the Patsy Tyler Robinson and his missing partner stinks to high heaven on numerous fronts. And just when you think it couldn't get any darker, it does. The cover-up goes far deeper than you've been told. The evidence? It's coming, including a disturbing admission from Erica Kirk. Right after this. The global elite are raking in crypto billions, rigging markets to keep regular Americans like you broke. It's a deliberate wall. And as viewers of this channel already know, the globalists want you enslaved, not free. BlockTrust IRA is smashing that with their Animus AI trading platform, which has been designed to outsmart the hedge fund managers so that everyday Americans have a chance at real financial independence. This is the #1 crypto platform, crowned by Bitcoin Magazine from over 1,500 rivals. Thousands of ordinary Americans like you are already raking in 250% returns, backed by $200 million in military-grade security. The globalists absolutely hate this platform. It has created 80,000 new millionaires already. BlockTrust IRA's mission aligns with ours. Financial freedom is the key to fighting back against the shadowy elite. So please visit tpvcrypto.com, links below, to find out more. For a limited time, they're offering my viewers up to $2,500 in bonus crypto when you open an account. Visit tpvcrypto.com and join the revolution today. Harper wasn't the only Turning Point USA security detail with direct ties to Netanyahu. Dan Flood, the ex-Marine Turning Point USA security chief, was also working as personal security for Netanyahu in 2017. According to Grok's facial analysis software, the man in Dan Flood's Turning Point USA profile and the man seen trailing Netanyahu in Sydney are absolutely the same guy. No wonder somebody is scrubbing these photos from the internet as we speak. They expose Netanyahu's infiltration racket. And don't forget, the same Turning Point USA security chiefs who are on duty in Utah Valley are now protecting Erica Kirk, even accompanying her during her White House visits and other public appearances. If they failed that badly, why keep them close? Unless they didn't fail at all. There's a pattern developing here, and Charlie could see it.
I'm going to continue to ask the question, a 20-hour response in a country the size of New Jersey. That begs a big explanation, and more importantly, America is significantly underwriting the Israeli government $4 billion a year. We as American taxpayers deserve answers to this. We deserve answers. Also, if we're going to get into a regional or world war based on an intel failure, we pay for this. What are we buying, right? I got smeared as a Jew hater, an anti-Semite, and conspiracy theorist because I said exactly what I just said. And I refuse to back down despite all the smears thrown at me because I learned during COVID. I learned when they told us that it came from a bat in the Himalayas. I learned when they told us the vaccine was safe and effective. I learned when they told us that ivermectin was horse paste, that you better keep asking questions because it's the only thing that keeps us free.
Asking questions is exactly what they don't want us doing. Here's a reminder. Israel just multiplied their foreign propaganda budget by 20 times. Israel is conducting a military operation targeting Americans on social media. We know this because Netanyahu literally said it out loud. Make no mistake, you are under attack. If you're not anonymizing yourself online, you're walking into a digital cage of your own making. The Mossad has already flagged VP.net as a serious disruptor, a next-generation VPN platform that breaks through their information firewall. See what they don't want you to see. Visit vp.net/TPV and decide for yourself. But don't underestimate the stakes. People are losing everything, even their lives, for getting too close to the truth. Listen to what Erica Kirk just told Jesse Waters. Charlie would have been killed no matter what, vest or no vest. That kind of certainty doesn't come from speculation. It sounds like somebody who already knew the outcome. So what did she know and who told her? Because if the people closest to Charlie believed that his death was inevitable, then this wasn't just a tragedy, it was a setup.
It's no hidden secret that stuff on campus is heating up. You see people on campus coming on with guns prior to the event that happened with Charlie, the assassination with Charlie. And so I know that, you and I even talked about how I used to say, Charlie, have you ever thought about wearing a vest? He would nod to that and be like, I've looked into it. But he'd always say, if they're going to get me, they're going to get me. He wasn't afraid. Wouldn't have mattered anyways if he wore a vest.
Remember the dancing Israeli who told the FBI after 9/11 that they would destroy America in 20 years' time. Former US Army War College Director Dr. Alan Sabrowski reveals that those privy to the intelligence know that it's 100% clear 9/11 was a Mossad operation.
I have had long conversations over the past 2 weeks with contacts at the Army War College, at Headquarters Marine Corps, and I've made it absolutely clear in both cases that it is 100% certain that 9/11 was a Mossad operation. And what I showed them immediately afterwards, the third building at the World Trade Center going down, WTC-7. And they look at that, and I said, now you understand that if one of the buildings was wired for demolition, all of them were wired for demolition. And what Americans need to understand, they did it. They did it. And if they do understand that, Israel will flat-ass disappear from this earth. 9/11 has led directly to 60,000 Americans dead and wounded. God knows how many hundreds of thousands of people in other countries that we've killed or wounded or made homeless. If Americans ever know that Israel did this, they're going to scrub them off the earth, and they're not going to give a rat's ass what the cost is. They are not going to care. They will do it. The Zionists are playing this as truly an all-or-nothing exercise, because if they lose this one, if the American people ever realize what's happened, they're done. It'll be a bloody, brutal war, and they're gone. I mean, it's not even going to be a close contest. 3 buildings went down. The third was not hit by a plane. It was wired for controlled demolition. Therefore, all of them were wired for controlled demolition. What I have done when I presented it to these people, and I said, just look at this. Look at this picture. I'm not going to give you an argument. Just look at it. And they look at the film, and without exception, they come back and they say, they did it, didn't they? I said, yep, they did. They did 9/11.
Netanyahu declared war on Americans when he declared that social media is Israel's new battleground, the fight against American dissent. You need to protect yourself. This isn't a drill. Israel's cyber intelligence networks have seized control of the world's most popular VPNs, transforming them into surveillance tools disguised as privacy services. That's why VP.net was created in 2025, built from the ground up to be verifiable, transparent, and unstoppable. Every connection is protected by a mathematically provable cryptographic shield, so no third party, not even VP.net itself, can see or log your data. It's faster, it's censorship-proof, and it's built for the new era, where privacy isn't just a luxury, it's survival. So protect yourself today. Join the movement at vp.net/TPV for just $5 a month. And here's the best part. Your membership doesn't just protect you, it helps fund the world's first open source independently audited privacy network. See for yourself at vp.net/TPV. Don't trust, verify.